Hey Hanahan, I'm Macy Ducker and welcome back to this week's edition of Hawk's Eye View. If I don't look like Sydney Ballard, there's a reason for that. I'm not. Media Tech 2 is taking over the next two newscasts for Hawk's Eye View. So, let's get started. First up, we have a big question to ask. Clemson or Carolina? Well, not in the game, but in our school's competition. Let's go to Paulina to see how Hanahan showed their support for their team and the Ronald McDonald House.
Thanks, Macy. Last month, we had a charity drive that benefited the Ronald McDonald House. On Monday, Principal Gallus and Coach Morbitzer delivered our donations.
The Ronald McDonald House serves families who are unable to be at home due to their family members being at MUSC, and they have to stay at the Ronald McDonald House. And they bank on donations made from community members through different donation drives like we did here. And this being our second annual drive, we donated over 500 items, and we look forward to doing it again next year.
We can't operate without donations like this. These are things we use every single day. We're basically 32 households in one building. But you wouldn't believe how many paper towels we go through, paper plates. Everything you've brought today, we will use. And we thank you so much.
In all, our Hanahan High community donated 496 items to such a great cause. Oh, one of the interesting facts, Carolina ended up beating Clemson in our donation drive. Thank you to everyone who participated. I am Paulina Reyes, Hawk's Eye View.
Thanks, Paulina. With the holiday season here, there are some big events happening this weekend to get you in the Christmas spirit. First up is the Hanahan tree lighting. The annual celebration will be held tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Hanahan Amphitheater. The city will light up the tree for the Christmas season. There will be a holiday movie, and also, our sources tell me there will be a visit from Santa. And tomorrow morning, the annual Hanahan Christmas Parade is showcasing some of our Hanahan High talent. The parade starts and ends here at the high school and should last from 10 to noon. Come out, show your Christmas spirit, and support our Hawks. And keeping up with the Christmas spirit, we have an announcement. Next Friday, December 13th, we are having an ugly holiday sweater day. So don't be a Grinch. Make sure you find the ugliest holiday sweater and support your swag. Switching gears from Christmas news to some voting, the Staffalty of the Month vote is still going on. The month of December's trait is generosity. So vote for a teacher and staff member that you feel best shows an attitude of generosity. And don't worry, if you haven't joined our Google Classroom page yet, grab a pen or pencil. We'll tell you how to join a little later in the show. And don't forget to vote. Each week, Madison and Hank fill us in on important news going on around our world. Let's see what they have this week with This Bizarre World.
Thanks, Macy, and welcome to This Bizarre World. I'm Madison Bizarre.
I'm Hank.
And this week, we're switching it up.
Our first story today takes us to Iraq. The Iraqi Prime Minister has admitted to protest. The announcement comes after demonstrators set fire to the Iranian consulate and hundreds died in the anti-government unrest.
If only that worked here.
Shut up, Madison. All right, our next story takes us to Cyber Monday. We all know about that day. Well, this past Cyber Monday was the highest sales day for Amazon ever, with the #1 thing being sold, a Nintendo Switch.
Now the nerds definitely aren't going to be leaving their houses. Alright, I got some news for y'all. An apartment complex has decided to start testing feces that they find to figure out whose dog is crapping everywhere.
Where's my dog supposed to crap?
That was This Bizarre World. I'm Madison Bizarre.
And I'm Hank. Now back to Macy in the studio.
Did you know? Media Tech 2s are taking over this week, as you've heard. Around their age, there was this girl, Joan of Arc. In the 1400s, she convinced the French king to give her a commanding role in the army. Yeah, but eventually she got burned at the stake for heresy. Moral of the story, careful what you wish for, 2s. Be very careful. That's today's surprising fact with Steven.
You know him, you love him. Mr. Sparkman, the Hanahan Elementary School principal, is retiring. Hawk's Eye View caught up with Principal Sparkman to say one last goodbye.
I began as an assistant principal at Fishburne Elementary School in 1989. I became the principal of Fishburne Elementary School in 1994. In 1998, they built the new school here, and then named it Hanahan Elementary School. And so I've been the principal at Hanahan Elementary School since 1998. I'm the only principal Hanahan Elementary this new school has had.
I remember him always being like a really nice principal, and every time we'd do something right, we'd go in his office and get pencils. He was just a great guy, and for someone to do whatever he did for a long time, he really had to love his job. So congrats to him on his retirement.
So I'll be balling on the court, right? And Mr. Sparkman would just, hey, pass me the ball. And he would make the three. Like, it was good.
A great, well-rounded person. Like, he's always nice, always uplifting. He's always putting smiles on people's faces. Very kind.
The Hanahan community is a very special community. It is a great place to be from, to live. I consider myself one of the luckiest people ever.
Thank you, Mr. Sparkman, for all of your hard work. You've played a very important role in Hanahan's community. We all know goodbyes can be hard. Hellos are so much easier. So let's say hi to Jenzy, who brings us this week's sports update.
Thanks, Macy. I'm Jency Reyes, here to bring you a little sports. First off, basketball. On Wednesday, the Hawks had a challenge, playing a bigger school like James Island. Micaiah McKee led the way as the Lady Hawks' highest scorer, but our girls fell to the Lady Trojans 40-7. The boys didn't fare much better against the bigger Trojan team. Jason Albach led the Hawks with 11 points. Keith Bryant added 6. But the Trojans ended up taking the game 81-40. Now, how about some wrestling? On Monday, our boys wrestling team traveled to Somerville for their first match of the season. Some individual winners were E.J. Tyson, Deshaun Dwight, Alex Harriet, Gavin Martin, Jeffrey Vasquez, and Gavin Qualls. Interested in playing soccer this spring? I know I'll be out there. Boys soccer conditioning starts on Tuesday, December 10th. If you're interested in playing girls soccer, conditioning will start on December 16th from Monday to Thursday, starting at 4:15 to 5:15. And remember, you must have a physical in order to participate. How about running track? Conditioning for track and field will be Monday through Thursday from 4 to 5:30. See Coach Racebeck if you have any other questions. And we've got a busy week full of sports coming up. Tonight, the boys basketball team travels to Somerville. On Monday, they have a rematch against James Island. And on Wednesday, they take on Military Magnet. On the girls' side, the schedule looks about the same. Tonight, the ladies have the Green Wave, James Island on Monday, and Military Magnet on Wednesday. We also have a full wrestling slate too. On Monday, 3 teams, Cross, Wando, and Orangeburg Wilkinson, come here to take on the Hawks. On Tuesday, Hanahan travels to Philip Simmons to take on the Iron Horses and Georgetown High School. And on Thursday, they go to Stratford to take on the Knights and Stahl. And remember, you can keep up with all your Hawk sports 24/7 at hawkathletics.net. Man, that was a busy sports update. I'm Jency Reyes, and now let's send it back to Macy in the studio.
Thanks, Jency. With Christmas coming up, it's time to start thinking about presents. In fact, Vance spent the week digging deep to find out your favorite Christmas present. Let's go take a chance with Vance.
If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me.
Welcome back to an episode of Take a Chance with Vance, with me, your host, Vance Rao. And right now, we're at the church. And on this week's episode, we'll be asking, what's your favorite Christmas present you ever got? Let's go, take a chance. What's your favorite Christmas present you ever got?
My MacBook.
My dad.
I'm Jewish.
Did he come wrapped?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Hanukkah, not Christmas.
My mom bought me tickets to a Taylor Swift concert.
Tay-Tay?
Probably some coal.
You got coal, like actual coal?
Yeah.
From your parents?
Yeah.
You. When I was 6, I got a big wheel, and it was red and yellow, and I used to like ride it around my driveway and then put the brake on, and turn out it was awesome.
Venezuela.
Can you even wrap that?
I mean, the economy is pretty large, but it'll fit in a small box. It's not worth very much.
5 years ago, I got my DS. It was inside a box, which was inside of a box.
A ColecoVision. Look that up.
I actually know what that is, because I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
Which was inside of a box, inside of a box, inside of a box.
Ladybug, it's the best game. Zaxxon's number 2.
And each box had at least 4 to 5 layers of wrapping paper and newspaper wrapped around it.
Well, What was the question? It was a Jordan 9 jacket with the matching Jordan 9s. I was like 7, dripping. I've been dripping. I just started dripping.
I got a truck.
My favorite Christmas gift I ever got was a trampoline.
Probably when I was like 10 and I got a bike. Like, you know, whenever you're like little and like you always want a bike, it's like basic, but yeah.
I never got presents. Indians don't celebrate Christmas. But we're Christians though.
What do you celebrate?
The birth of Jesus.
Well, that's it for this episode of Take a Chance with Vance. And now back to Sydney in the studio. Wait, what do you mean she's not in the studio? Who's in the studio?
Vance, have you not been watching? It's me, Macy from Media Tech 2. Also, my favorite Christmas present was my Barbie dream house from when I was 4. By the way, make sure you keep up to date with all your Hawks news and follow us. Find us on our YouTube page by searching Hawks Eye View HHS. Well, that's it for this week's edition of Hawks Eye View Hanahan. I'm Macy Ducker, and I'll see you next week.